Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy James here with Backyard Smoke, and today I got a good one for you. Today we're going to be cooking up some ribs, but not just any ribs, Korean BBQ ribs on the Oklahoma Joe Highland. So if you love ribs and you want to try a unique international flavor on them, well, come on, check this video out. That's enough talking. Let's get to the kitchen and start making up our marinade and our paste. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Hey, what's going on, guys? So what we're going to do now is prep the paste that we're going to use to help marinate our Korean ribs. So what we have here is 8 cloves of garlic that we're going to use. Chop these up real good and fine, and we're also going to put these in our food processor. The next thing that we have is half an onion. I know onion is a little small, but I don't want too much onion flavor on there. And we have over there an Asian pear. You can find these at your local grocer. They're pretty fun. Taste really well, so if you've never had them, try that. But they taste really awesome. So we're going to chop that up as well, and then we're going to go ahead and blend all that together in our little Ninja food blender. Alright, so once you got your pear, your onions, and your garlic all into your blender, we're going to put in a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of cumin, just to kind of give it some more flavor. And in addition to that, we're going to put in a little bit of soy sauce. This way it kind of just helps the mixture while it blends up. You ain't got to put too much in there, just enough to keep it moist. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. And then the next step, we're going to go ahead and make our actual marinade. Alright, so for our marinade, we're going to have some brown sugar, some cayenne, some black pepper, soy sauce, and some sesame oil. And we're just going to go ahead and mix this up real good in our little bowl there. And this should be enough. I'll have the exact measurements down in the description. So you can just go ahead and whisk that together, or it together however you like. And once you get that going, we're going to go ahead and pour our ribs and get this marinade to work. So to prepare your marinade, what we went ahead and we're using these pork spare ribs. I'll leave a link in the description as to how I trim my own pork spare ribs. But what you want to do is just take that paste that you just made and rub it all over the ribs and just let it sit and just let it marinate, get the flavor started. This is going to really bring out the taste in the ribs. It's going to bring out the Korean flavors. After that, you put it into a aluminum foil, and you just pour it all over and just let that sit. We're going to let it sit for almost 24 hours, so pretty much overnight. We're cooking this the next morning. And we'll do this again for the second slab, and we'll also throw our trimmings in there from the spare ribs. We don't want to waste anything, so I'll show you guys how we get that going as well. So what we got here, this little bottle, this little extra barbecue sauce I was using on another recipe. It's kind of got a Korean flavor as well. I figured, you know what, I gotta get it out the bottle, might as well use that as well. So if you got some extra sauce lying around, this is a good way to kind of, if it's mixing with the recipe of course, feel free to add that in for extra flavor. So we're 24 hours in. Now we're about to go ahead and start to pit up. Today we're running with some Jealous Devil charcoal, and it's my first time using this, so we're going to go ahead and see how this goes. We're going to start off with just a little bit because their briquettes are so large. I can always add more if needed. We're going for a temp right now about 250 degrees just to kind of get it started. We're in no hurry today. We're going to do slow and slow. And I'm estimating about a 6 to 7 hour cook on this recipe. So if you're using a big pit like this, definitely set some time aside, grab you a beer, and let's go ahead and cook, let's have some fun. Also, I use little wax lighter cubes to help set it up, and that's about it. So once this is set, we're going to go ahead and put these ribs on the pit, and we'll check it out. Alright, so the pit is lit, it's ready, we're good to go. We're going to go ahead and put these ribs on here. Now what you see is I have my thermopro down there in the corner, and I'm trusting the thermopro temps more so than my gauges. The reason for that is the way the Oklahoma Joe is built. The temp thermometers are a bit high, so I'm getting a higher temperature. I look for the temperature that's on the grate, and that's why I have a pin right there just to kind of keep me ready. What we're doing first is putting on just the trimmings that we have for when we set up our spare ribs. So first thing we're going to do is put these on, just lay them out nice and neat, and we're going to let these sit here for about, I'd say about an hour, hour and a half before we come back and check on them. We're just going to let that smoke and that heat really get to these ribs. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so it's been about, say about an hour, hour and a half. I kind of lost track of time. And we are back at the pit. As you can see, the ribs are looking really good. They're taking a really nice red color. It's one of my favorite things about them. So what we have here is just a little bit of water and a little bit of pear juice that we already just mixed up in the bottom. We're going to spritz these ribs and keep them moist. So we're going to go ahead and shut it back down before too much of the heat gets out, and we'll come back again in a little bit. Alright, so we're back. We're about 3.5 hours in. I pulled these from the pit. We're going to put them in our little special mixture. We just have some regular butter, some brown sugar, and we're going to spritz them again with our our water and pear mixture. And we're going to go ahead and put these back on the pit one more time and just let these sit for about 1 to 2 hours. I will say we're going to do about 2 hours. We're going to raise the pit temperature just a little bit to about 275 degrees. And we're just going to go ahead and let these rock in that moisture and kind of just infuse a lot more flavor. One of the things I like to do for this type of ribs is just let the flavor go. The reason we're not wrapping in foil is just I wanted to try something new. I felt that I just wanted to let the liquids of the fat and the juices come together, and I wanted them to kind of just marinate in that hot pit. So once you're done with that, just put them back on the pit, or you could just wrap it in foil like the old school way. It's up to you. They're your ribs. They no rules. So once you're done with that, just put them back on the pit, or you could just wrap it in foil like the old school way. It's up to you. They're your ribs. Ain't no rules. Now, what we're going to do here with these tips. So for the last step of the cooking process, what we're going to do is remove them from the pan and place them back on the grill and let them just complete the cook there. As you can see, we got some good juices down there from the fat that's rendered off. Not as much as I would have hoped, but it's still worth it. The ribs are still very moist because they marinated overnight. So we're going to take the tips out as well and just let them get that heat on them and let these sit. Now the tips had a lot more fat in them, so you can see we got a lot more juice. Now I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do with that juice a little bit later. It's going to be pretty good. We're going to put them real close to the fire just so they can tenderize even more and just get some more of that flame on there since they were on the other side of the pit the majority of the time. Alright, so our ribs are complete. We're going to go ahead and slice these up real quick. As you can see, the bone is literally falling off. These ribs are super tender. What we done, went ahead and put some sesame seeds on there just to kind of add it some more texture and give it a little bit more flavor. Other than that, you guys, this is really how you do it. I really thank you guys for watching this video, taking the time out your day just to commune with me and see me cook. If you like what you see, please subscribe, like, share with your friends, comment. I always reply back. Other than that, you guys, God bless. And oh yeah, stay tuned for what I'm going to do with that sauce. Go ahead and hit the timestamp and you'll be right there. See you guys in a minute. Alright, for a little bonus tip, the glaze that you see from the spare rib tips, pour that into a bowl, let it cool off a little bit, and drizzle it on your ribs. Trust me, you'll like it. It adds an extra bang of flavor with the fat.